Welcome to the video review, well, re-review, sorry, of the company sleazebag Carter J Burke. Now, if you do hear any barking, my dog is over there somewhere barking his head off. I don't know why. It's just what he does. Now, Burke here does come with an accessory which you saw in my Vasquez video. It has his hope sign. Charlie! Come on, mate. It's annoying now. Sorry. This looks great. That's graffitied on. Signed, printed. As in, you know, how it was done in the movie. Population 158. These are soft PVC, by the way. These sheet metal. I think there might have been one to go there, but it's missing. And the rest is a hard polypropylene plastic. Beautiful dry brushing on that. Not much to say. It's just a sign. Now, Burke here actually does use a reuse of Freddy Krueger pants. Except painted in blue. A clever reuse of parts, I think, and it works. So basically, this whole leg portion, with the exception of the shoes, is a reuse of the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 Ultimate Freddy Krueger. So it does share the same articulation. Now, Burke here does have a great sculpt. I think this looks dead on to Paul Reiser and his facial expression. If I just grab in Hudson for a sec. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold. The two scaredy cats. I mean, Hudson does come an optional head, but I did wish he'd come with a head that was maybe, you know, having a cocky grin or something. That'd be kind of cool. It's very different to Vasquez, who just looked pissed off. And Craig Windrix, who just looks like he's not fazed by anything. Same with Frost and Bishop. Okay, so it does look great, and the paint on this thing is fantastic. Now, the one I chose in Forbidden Planet, which is a comic shop in the UK, because I got this before coming to Canada, had best eye paint. The problem is, shirt paint's gone on this side. It's good there on the sleeves and there. Not so well there. Horrendous on this side. By the way, you can remove this, which is interesting, and it's a bit. You just have to kind of like peel it back around his arms. Sorry, I do apologise. My nose is not great at the moment. I think the pollen's coming up. I'm not sure. He just looks weird. And here it is. This is very flimsy. This bit here. Look at that. The light shines through it. Weird. It doesn't do throughout the rest of the figure, which is kind of strange. Now, I must say, the paint on this thing, which we'll get to in a minute, is really, really nice. I've just got to try and get this jacket back on, because it is a pain in the bum-bum. Sorry, using immature words there. Not really great. Sorry. Now, Burke here is really good. He's very plain in sculpt, except for the head and the jacket and the pants. The new stuff like the sleeves and the shirt is all pretty plain, smooth texture. Same with the arms, the watch, you know, all that. So we're going to get to some size comparisons, and this is probably going to be a very short video. Here he is with Newt. Here he is with Hudson. You know, the ultimate badass who pisses his pants when he sees an alien. Excuse my French. Ants, get off my figure. There's ants on here. I'm reviewing outside, so, you know. And here he is, if I just move Ripley out of the way, with Corporal Dwayne Hicks. Who is, the way he's looking, does not look particularly happy with Burke. So, you know. Now, Burke did come with a xenomorph as well, because it was a 2-pack. I have left that xenomorph in the UK, and I do hope to get it over soon. Otherwise, looks like I'm buying a new one. Oh dear. No matter though. Now, for Burke's articulation, he has a decent amount. I believe his head is on a single ball peg, which is very disappointing, as all the other Neca Aliens figures have been on double ball pegs on the head. So it goes that far up, that far down, tilts and rotates. I mean, I might be wrong. It might be on a double ball peg, is it? Doesn't seem to be. The shoulders on a pin socket joint, so forward and back, out to the side. And unlike Ripley, he has the correct colour plastic for the armpit joint, because Ripley has skin colour under there, so it's actually got the hole in her shirt. Burke has a 90-degree bend at the elbow, which I do like the way the elbow is sculpted. It's very unique and it's cool. And the elbow will rotate. The wrists are on ball pegs. The mid-torso has a joint, and so does the waist. As you can see, the shirt does crunch a bit. Unfortunately, you know, it pulls the shirt up at the back, and you just twist it to get it back in place. But yeah, he does have two joints in there and there. His legs can go out to the side on this joint. They rotate forward, they go back. Upper leg swivel, which is still tight on mine. Bend about 45 degrees at the knee, and will rotate. And a ball peg at the foot, which does not have that much movement due to, you know, the trouser leg. or pant leg. Now, this guy had one major problem. His feet were originally like that, and he would just fall back. So what you do, if you want to solve that, and it's a bit scary to do so, you get the shins, put his feet on something, bend forward about that much, and then angle back a bit, and he stands perfectly. I've got to compare him to Newt too. Now, surprisingly enough, I actually quite like Burke as a character, despite the fact he was a complete and total prick in Aliens. He was a good character, and that's one of the things I praise about Aliens, is even though some of the characters you didn't see that much, like Dietrich, Frost, Wazowski, Crow, and all that, I mean, they were still great characters. They were the Marines that were unprepared for this situation, due to their lieutenant not being good. But still, oh, I forgot to mention, size scale with a xenomorph, who is, you know, if I just, the xenomorph is Burke's sort of buddy. His hand's on his shoulder, but Burke's kind of scared of it. So yeah, in my stop motion, which I would like to do, I'm currently writing a script for it, Burke is not actually going to be a bad guy in it. And I know people are going to get the pitchforks and say, what, Burke's supposed to be a complete sleazebag? Well, no. Basically, in a nutshell, he quit the Weyland-Yutani and joined the Marines as a lieutenant. So he's a lieutenant, he's a Colour Marine commander and representative. He's a company-style guy, but he's not sleazy, and he works for the Marines. I'm also having a bit where he goes into Hive and rescues the Marines and goes in there like with pulse rifles and stuff. Because if I just get Hicks's pulse rifle here, one of the things he can do actually, if you are willing to work with it, you can give him a pulse rifle. It's a little tricky, and you do have to kind of get the finger in the trigger. He doesn't really have trigger hands as such, but he can sort of grip it. He just doesn't hold it particularly well. And you can't even get his finger in a trigger. Sorry, it just flies all over the place. So Burke can be a soldier with no armour. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed the video for Carter J Burke. I know it's been a short one. I'm trying to keep my videos shorter now because one of my friends said that my videos are a bit long in some areas and not everyone gets the time to watch them. So I'm trying to appeal to the other demographics, keeping these videos condensed. I don't really like doing teasers, but I'm trying to keep them shorter. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.